our politics is becoming fun, but we should avoid a situation when or where it will become funny.
Hello, welcome once again to Noble TV. And our guest today is Mr. Augustine Omilo. Mr. Augustine Omilo, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Always good to have you on set today.
Yeah.
All right, so today we'll be talking about the effect of the failed campaign promises of our politicians over the years as history keeps repeating itself over and over again. These promises being made never come to fulfillment, both at the federal level and at the state level and at the local government level.
Yeah.
What has been the impact of these failed promises and its reoccurrences?
Okay. Now, first of all, failed promises, one has to define it very properly because it's intention. When you promise, it's an intention. And when your intention is not properly defined, that is when it begins to fail. Because when you say they fail their promises now, they are intentions that are not properly given to the people. Nigerians are given to accepting things that they want to hear. A politician comes and he says, I want to tie all the roads in Asaba. I want to tie all the roads in there. So those things, and as they are saying it, the people will be clapping. You don't get to, you don't get to ask how. So, and at the end of the day, the man comes and he gives you so many reasons why it is not possible for him to do that. Now, the question is, did you not research into such things before you now begin to now promise? I've told them some time ago that in Nigeria, our politics is becoming fun, but we should avoid a situation when or where it will become funny. Because if it is fun, everybody is participating, everybody is rejoicing, politicians are saying whatever they like to say, and everybody is happy, and at the end of the day, nothing happens. So when it becomes very funny, people may not like to participate again, and that is the biggest effect of failed promises. Because your thinking is, after all, if I go and vote now because he says he's going to do that, at the end of the day he will not do. Why am I going to
being
vote?
Disappointed?
Yes, so that is the final effect of failed promises. Negative.
Okay. Now, the funny part of it all is that whenever these promises fail, there is no one held accountable at the end of the day.
Yes.
And why is that the case? Because if I know I can come and say whatever I know you would like to hear and get away with it at the end of the day, it becomes a norm. Nobody takes responsibility. Nobody calls anyone to action to say, okay, why did this fail? No one is held accountable.
Yeah.
Why is our system not doing anything about it? Because at the end of the day, if these individuals appear to be above the law or always come out with excuses that will exonerate them from their inadequacies over this period of time they occupied offices, it means the system is actually failing.
Yeah.
So what can we actually do to make people more accountable to their words, their promises?
Yes. First of all, why people tend to accept whatever reasons politicians give to them is because of the price we have to pay for insincerity on the part of every Nigerian.
The price we have to pay for insincerity.
Now, the moral decadence in the society also has a price tag, which all of us are paying. Because imagine how much we are spending on this election now, about 400 billion for election. Imagine if you are sincere and I'm sincere. Why do we have to go, spending this kind of money? Because we are thinking that if somebody votes now, at the other end, somebody may tamper with it. And therefore, we are trying to employ gadgets that will help us to show up our sincerity. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, we are getting all these things. We have to pay a very high price. Now, at the end of the day, the man that you are even trying to impress or that you are trusting your actions, to do the best now, is not even trying his own best to ensure that the trust you bequeath on him is held on to, because the moral level of thinking is very, very low. For example, if you promise somebody that you are going to do, if I come here and I say, please, so before I go, I'm going to give you 10,000 naira. And as I'm going, I just see that you are facing the other side, and I just tiptoe and leave. By the time you look back, you say, where is the man? And you call me and say, oh, sorry, I thought I would go. So, you see, we don't have moral balance. We don't check our moral sense.
Yeah, it's very, very important what you just said, but also very important is besides the moral sense, the intellectual sense also needs to play in the society, especially for the masses.
Yes.
Why do I say intellectual sense? When the politicians come out, they all have same scripts.
Yeah.
Most of them say we'll develop roads, we'll build bridges, we'll bring airports, we'll improve education, we'll improve the standard of security.
Yeah.
These are the norms.
Yeah.
These are the normal things they say. Now, even though at the end of the day, they don't do half of those things, don't you think campaigning should go beyond promising roads? Look at how foreigners, the Western world, do their campaign.
Yes.
They campaign on things that actually affect the citizens beyond roads. Roads are not things you promise citizens.
Yes.
Those are their rights. You don't use that to campaign to gain office, to gain their votes. Those are their rights. Those are the things that are entitled. They should not. You shouldn't be having that card to play in the first place.
Yes.
If the government is sincere and doing the right thing, all the roads are fixed, there's electricity, there are good schools, there's security. What would you, okay, at the end of the day, what would these politicians have to campaign with?
Yes. Now the question is, who are the people now that are supposed to interrogate the politicians on what they are promises? There are people who know next to nothing, many. Because if you have a system like we have in the US, where even if you win majority votes as a presidential candidate,
yes,
you still have to go to the electoral college, where you meet responsible people, highly responsible people, as senators and House of Representatives. These people are professionals, in their different callings. So now, when they subject you to a rigorous test, and they say you are failing, so that your majority vote may not count. So if you win majority vote, because the people that are voting, you don't have enough knowledge about what the society actually requires, you'll be rejected at the electoral college. But in our own case here in Nigeria now, the politician will come. Meanwhile, those that are intellectually gifted are not participating. So when the politician comes now, if you go to the campaigns now, you see crowd. Most of the people that are there are just to hear stories.
Yes, nice words.
Yeah, nice words. So the people that are supposed to interrogate these politicians are not there. So at the end of the day, the people that are voting don't know what they are voting for.
Even if they are there, they are not given the room or the voice to speak or question these politicians.
Yes. So those people that know exactly what the society needs are not. They are not interested. They are not participating. So those of us that many people that are voting because they heard that so and so person has stolen money, and it's a thief.
Out of anger,
they want to vote for another person. Yes. Some persons see, when Awolowo was around, the people that participated in the political system at that time, right from the governorship, Awolowo knew almost all of them. So if you are bringing somebody as a governorship candidate, Awolowo will ask, what has he done before?
Yes, on what ground?
Yes, so you have to prove that you are worth contesting. Now, if you get it down to senators, people like maybe Nosi Kekpo represented Bende East at that time. Nosi Kekpo was close to Awolowo because Awolowo knows him one-on-one. And just like that, most of the senators that were at that time. So, but today now, even the man who is contesting for a senatorial seat in Delta State, one of them maybe, doesn't even have any interaction with the presidential candidate. So at that level now, you discover that the man at the high level, that is the presidential candidate now, will be implementing a policy that even his senatorial candidate or senator in Delta State, he does not even believe in. So when you get to the House of Representatives or you get to the Senate now,
such backings.
You don't get the backings because they are two different matters.
It's very heartbreaking, very, very sad that we don't hear such intellectual policies from our politicians. Instead, all we just hear are vague promises that are meant to be the people's rights, the people's inheritance. They are trying to give us our own right.
Yes. Yes. You want to even sell our own right to us.
Sell our own right to us.
Yes.
All right. So we have been subjected to recycling corrupt and less intelligent politicians. It's very sad. Very sad. In conclusion, how come over the years there are some policies have not been put in place by both the House of Assembly members or the senators, the House of Rep members, or even the governors to revive and revitalize some key structures and businesses or investments that would attract foreign investors and attract a lot of finances and massive job provision for the citizens. Places like the textile mill, places like the Summit, places like AT&P, Shell, and all those stuff. Instead, over time, we've made these companies fade away, and go into thin air. A lot of children nowadays, they don't even know what all these names I just mentioned. They don't know what they are.
Yes.
Why don't we have policies? Is it that those things were not beneficial, or from some of our own sources, they were politically destroyed?
Yes. Now let me tell you something. You see, it's not just about Delta State. Let's say in Nigeria generally, this is a place where you find a civil servant teaching young people how to do business. A civil servant.
Wow.
He's on level 8 and he's there because he's afraid that when he retires, he may not have anything to do, and therefore he needs pension and all that. He's so afraid. He doesn't want to lose the job. Level 8, maybe he doesn't earn even up to 60,000, and he's teaching somebody how to do business, and he's telling you that you have to do this. So now, if government is run by people who don't know about business, then you don't expect them to do magic about bringing the investors. Yes. So that is the beginning. But meanwhile, you don't have to be like an expert in business also. So what you do, even if you are not a businessman, you must have enough knowledge. You see, I want to say the ultimate aim of education is to make sure that you know everything about something and something about everything. So now, even if you are not a businessman, you must know a little of how business runs.
How it runs.
Yes. So that knowledge will make you appoint people of responsibility, into sensitive positions. Say, for example, now, if you have a good economic advisor that is also knowledgeable in how business is run, you should be ready to hear him all the time.
All the time,
So this man will guide you into how you should be able to manage and invite investors
and improve the IGR of the state.
And improve the IGR of the state. But if now you appoint somebody who is maybe a retired permanent secretary into office as to manage a business outfit. So for example, now you have a transport outfit, and the head of the transport outfit is a retired permanent secretary. How does he compete with Izuchukwu or God is good?
Yeah, that have young, vibrant, upgraded
yes,
people.
they know everything about
That's
transport.
current, yes.
But if you bring these people, this level of this caliber of people to manage the transport system, they'll be telling you what will not work. But a businessman doesn't look at what will not work.
They take risks.
They take risks and they tell you what will work, and they keep on. So that is the basis. So if you're in government, the best thing to do is to actually work out or watch out for the possibility of creating enabling environment for businesses to strive. And having done that, you look for experts in various areas to actually guide you into inviting people. There are some persons, when they speak, even by merely pronouncing some things, people will come and invest. Yes. So those are the things that happen in government.
Thank you very much, sir. We've heard Mr. Augustine Omilo. Now, he has told us a lot about the challenges and how to fix some of these problems that our politicians keep over-promising and under-delivering. All right? There's hope. There is a way forward. For our politicians out there, please, when you get into office, don't be selfish. Don't be myopic. Don't just make that office your family business. Reach out to, and don't make it an opportunity to start settling investors that invested into your campaign.
Yes.
Yeah, don't make it that kind of a trend. Let's change the narrative here. Don't get smart, vibrant, intelligent people that would make a difference in your government during your reign in office. All right? Get vibrant people that would improve the IGR of your local government, of your state, and of your senatorial district. All right? So that's the line of action that we have been advised to take right now. And it's very important we should change the norm from just mere promises or just mere words that you think people want to hear to actually intellectual policies that will bring a positive and a great progressive change. From us here in Noble TV, I want to say thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to like, share, drop your comments on the things we've talked about. I will maybe revisit them in subsequent videos. And most importantly, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.